Do you want to take your server and website monitoring to the next level? In this video, we'll set up Uptime Kuma with Docker Compose. And in the next videos, I'll show you how to monitor containers, create dashboards with Grafana, and even centralize logs. All self-hosted and easy to manage, of course. Uptime Kuma is an open source monitoring tool. You can monitor websites, servers and services and get notifications if something goes down. First, we create a Nginx config with a free SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt. Here in this site's available directory. We're just going to create a new file, vim uptime.sysadminhub.com, and paste this in here. All we need to do is to change the server name to our subdomain. Don't forget to set the port to 3001, which is the default port for Uptime Kuma. And of course, every file and every command in this video can be found for download in the description down below. So let's save this and then go into the sites enabled directory and create a symbolic link in here. So it's going to look like this. You have your symbolic link and the original file is in sites available uptime sysadminhub.com. Now let's test our configuration with nginx-t. Everything is okay. And now we just need to request a certificate with this command right here. Just type in certbot --nginx-t for domain and then enter your subdomain. For me, it's uptime.sysadminhub.com, and then it's requesting the certificate and will issue the one for us. And it will automatically update our Nginx config file to listen to port 443, which is HTTPS. Easy as that and completely free. And all we have to do now is systemctl reload Nginx, and it's already done. If you want a more detailed version of what we've done so far with Nginx and the reverse proxy, check my channel page. I have videos on Nginx and also Let's Encrypt. Let's continue with the Docker part. I have a dedicated Docker directory. Let's make a new directory in here, call it Kuma, and change into it. And then let's create our Docker Compose file and then enter this. Let's go over this real quick. We have under the service sections, we have our service for Uptime Kuma, which is using the latest image, and the container name is going to be Uptime Kuma as well. And we're going to restart it always unless it's stopped. We're exposing the port 3001 and forward it into the container to port 3001. And we have a volume, just a simple one, that's going to map a data folder into the app data inside the container. And last but not least, we have a health check that will run every 30 seconds and will give you an error once it times out 5 times, just to check if the container is well. As you can see, this is a rather simple but really effective tool. So we save this up and then we can already run docker compose up-d. It will pull the image from Docker Hub and then start up the container. Container is all up and running. We can see that with docker ps, and it also says us it's healthy. So let's go to our web browser to check out our Uptime Kuma. I hope you like my videos and my content. If you do, please leave a like, consider subscribing. It helps out small channels like mine so much. Thank you for your support. So after you're set up, you just open up your browser. You either enter your subdomain, but if you haven't configured one with Nginx, then you enter the IP address with your port to your server. And on the first time, you're going to be welcomed by this screen to choose your language and also create a username and a password. Let me just do this real quick. And after the initial setup, we are already in here in this dashboard. It's telling us we don't have anything because we don't have any monitor here. So it's asking us to add one. We can either do that here or do that here. Let's see what we can monitor here. We can monitor HTTPS. We can monitor a TCP port. We can use a ping. We can also monitor a DNS record, even a Docker container, and all the stuff in here. Let's do HTTPS first. I want to monitor my cloud. So let's call it cloud.sysadminhub.com, and the URL to it is also cloud.sysadminhub.com. It's going to check it every 60 seconds, so once per minute, and let's have it a retry of 5. So that means if it's down for 5 minutes, I will get notified. Let's have the heartbeat interval, the retry every 60 minutes, that's the default, and also the timeout at 48, that's also the default. And you can also set that you will get multiple notifications if the service is down X times. I'll just leave it as disabled for now. We can also tick on that it will notify us if our certificate will expire, which is not a big issue for me because I'm using Let's Encrypt, and Certbot always makes sure that I have an up-to-date certificate. Okay, we can already save this, and then it's going to show us this one right here where it says it's 100% available because it's only been up for 1 minute. I mean, the monitor has only been up for 1 minute, but after a couple of minutes, this one will be fully green, and if ever at any minute it wasn't available, then it will show a different color in here. But it is not yet notifying us. So we're going to go to Edit, and then over here at Notifications, we can set up a notification. As you can see, there's many notifications that you can do. You can even do Discord, you can do email, you can do Slack, you can do Telegram, but let's go with email first. You're just going to enter your SMTP mail server address, your username with your password, and then from whom the mail should be sent and to whom you want it to be sent. You can even enter a CC and BCC setting here. And then you can also enter a custom subject line here with those variables. And then you can test your configuration if everything is okay. And it says send successfully, and you should also get an email. So that's the email notification, but let's also try to do the Telegram notification because I like getting notifications on my phone. Okay, for that I'm using botfather here on Telegram. We're just going to enter new bot. What should we call it? Let's call it Uptime Sysadmin Hub. And then botfather gave you an API token. You're going to enter that in here, the bot token, and then you can also auto get the chat ID. Oh, I couldn't get it because I need to send a message to that bot first. Let me just do this real quick. So what you need to do is to go into your Telegram, search for your bot name, and then add that bot to you, and then just text it something. And now we should be able to auto get the chat ID. Yes, that went well. And then we can just test it, and then you should get a notification on your phone. Let me just do this one more time so you can see how that looks like on the phone. We test it, and there you see it, my Telegram alert testing. So we can save this. And now that we have those notifications set up, it's super easy to add a new monitor. We can do a TCP port. No, let's do a DNS record. Let's call it DNS Nextcloud, for example. The DNS record will be cloud.sysadminhub.com, and the resolver server is one from Cloudflare. That's okay. It's an A record. Should check it every 60 seconds. I'm sorry. And then let's have 5 retries, and then save this, enable the notifications as well. So now we have 2 monitors in here, and in Uptime Kuma what we also can do is we can set up a status page which is empty for us. So we just set up a new page. We call it, let's call it test, why not? And then also test in here. Let's save this, and then we are going to add our 2 monitors to it, and then we can customize this by test page or whatever. This is a test. We can have here powered by the sysadmin hub and save this, and then it's showing you this one here, and you can edit this anytime. You can even enter custom CSS to make this look the way you want it. And what is this used for? You can use this URL to give it to anyone for them to check on those monitors, or you can use it as a start page on your browser, whatever you want. It's just a quick and easy way to keep your services in check. That's it. Uptime Kuma is up and running with Docker Compose. You now have a powerful monitoring dashboard that's easy to customize and to extend. Stay tuned for the next videos where I'm going to show you some more monitoring services. And in the end of this series, we're going to combine it all into one big setup. Thanks for watching. See you next time.